everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome in, folks. It is wonderful to have you. First things first, it's from Mexico. Congratulations. Pat yourself on the back. You are the first viewer to redeem first this stream, so you get to be first. Hooray! New blood, it almost feels like. Cause that ain't never happened before, but you are first this time, and that is spectacular. It is lovely to see you tonight. It is lovely to see you, SNK. It is lovely to see you, the oncoming storm. Mexico, congratulations on the 3-stream streak. That's super cool. Thanks for being here on the regular. And the oncoming storm, thank you very much for redeeming word of the stream for anti-disestablishmentarianism. I appreciate that. And I'm also really enjoying the joking, and I need to double check something, because although I do have the internet at my beck and call, I'd much rather make you guys do it for me. Hippopotamonstrosesquipedaliophobia. Is that not the fear of long words? Or is that something else? I stumbled on it a little bit because I don't actually know how to say that one, and so I tried. Okay, fantastic. 10 out of 10, great word. Love that word. But that's not the word of the stream. The word of the stream is anti-disestablishmentarianism. And so we're going to see if my TTS is willing to say it out loud, and then I'm going to see exactly how many tries it takes me to fit this on my chalkboard. Because that's spectacular. I don't think she's gonna try. I think it's too many characters in a row, and she doesn't believe me that it's a word. Tisk tisk, the limits of TTS. But that's okay, because we do know how to say that. Mexico, what's ibophobia? And also, how present is that H? Because the way that I would pronounce that word does not include that H. Really. It's more of a silent H. Excuse you, I am unbanning. Sorry, Storm. I have a no links in chat, but I'm absolutely opening that link anyway. When stream is done, I'm totally watching that. It's the fear of palindromes. Oh, so the H doesn't have to be audible. It could technically be a silent H. It just has to be there. That's awful. Whoever was in charge of naming the phobias is sadistic. Hello, Kate Bloomer. Hi, Plum. Plum, it's so nice to see you again today. I know I haven't been saying anything in your streams, and I'm really sorry, but people keep showing up at work early, and when they show up early and I don't have headphones, I can't have sound on my computer because there's too much ambient noise. It's very annoying, but it's lovely to see you. Always a delight. Oh, I get to have a really long word on my chalkboard today. It's gonna be fabulous if I can finish writing it. It'll be fine. Plum, what I want to do is I want to fix whatever's wrong with my earphones. They're just not connecting to my laptop anymore, and I can't figure it out. But it would be super nice to have functional sound on my laptop again, because, like, that's important to me. Anyway, it's fine. How can you tell them what they have? The thing is, it almost seems to me as though those phobias aren't being taken seriously. And that's rude. Okay, anti-disestablishmentarianism, let's go. How are y'all doing tonight? Because it's gonna take me a hot minute to do this. Anti-disestablish. Him. I hope y'all will appreciate my humor on how I wrote this word. Oh, Plum! Right. Sorry. Plum, thank you for redeeming Spill the Tea. It is lovely of you to ask. I have a mug that is almost the size of my face, and I filled it with hot chocolate. Because every once in a while you just need something delicious to end your day. So they beep to tell me that they've turned on, but they're supposed to do a little boop boop when they connect, and instead they're doing this like bong, which means that they failed to connect. And so I'm supposed to be able to press and hold until they start like searching to reconnect, and they like won't, and they're not showing up. But like maybe I need to like disconnect them, but I don't know what they're called. And there's like a million things on my work computer that I didn't put there. So I'm like slightly overwhelmed. It is, yes. Listen, the dentist, that's nothing. Switch 2-day. You like, yes, it's very exciting. K Menzel is also very excited. Mexico, thank you for redeeming the foods. I will come back. I know. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I tried recharging them. I tried letting them sit for a weekend in case they were just mad at me and needed a vacation. Anyway, there you go. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Because I had the space for the nism, but not for the rest of it. The rest of it had to be wee and little. So, like, this probably looks fantastic because, none of that upper text is visible at all. Just these. So that's going to be some great questions. Thanks, Storm. And thank you very much for that delightful word of the stream. So Mexico, thank you for redeeming Eat a Weird Jelly Bean. Thank you for redeeming Kaboom, otherwise known as Dehydrate. And thank you also for redeeming Sploosh, otherwise known as Hydrate, for 69 channel points. Nice. Okay, we're going to do those things. We're going to do all of those things. So just a reminder to everybody who may or may not have remembered, at the recommendation of someone in chat, I went looking for jelly beans, and I found a few weird ones. So we have on offer Starburst jelly beans. We have on offer Skittles jelly beans. And we have on offer, and this is very funny to me, Nerd jelly beans. And the reason this is very funny to me is I found these products in Canada, and they are not called jelly beans here. They're called Big Nerds. But they're the same thing. Marketing. Anyway, Mexico, since you're the one who redeemed, if you have a preference, you can select which weird jelly bean you would like me to eat. If you do not have a preference, I am happy to choose for you, because obviously I am happy to eat them all. Jelly beans continue to remain. Same. Big nerd it is. Let's go. I am happy to eat whatever jelly beans are on offer. Okay, we're going with big nerd. Big nerd, the jelly bean, because they really are jelly beans. I may have discussed this last time. They've got kind of a rough texture on the outside, but they're basically nerd encased
Poison Darth
flavorless
Frog
jelly
just
bean.
resubscribed for 39 months. It's dangerous to go alone. Go bananas instead. Go bananas. Go bananas. Bananas.
Did it just like give up? I don't think it understood the quotes, but that is a fantastic message. Poison Darth Frog, thank you so much. 39 months in a row. Thank you for that resub. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate your message. It is dangerous to go alone, so we should go bananas instead. Go bananas. Go bananas. BANANAS. And I'm willing to finish it. It just speed running bananas. Ananas. I quite like the nerd jelly beans, because they taste the same as the nerd of that color. They're just chewier. And so although I would never complain about the nerd, itself, having the jelly bean is just like a different angle on it. Anyway, I like it very much. And thank you for that food redemption, Mexico. For my dehydrate, I still have a little bit. I still have some Cool Ranch Doritos. The story on these, chat, was 2 or 3 weeks ago, whenever we were discussing it. President Arthog was talking about having a bag of the mashup of Cool Ranch and Intense Pickle. The collision. And I really wanted to try it. But they didn't have any at my grocery store. So I got half of them. And if only I could find Intense Pickle, I could throw them in the bag and shake and make my own collision. I think, yeah. So I think it just doesn't parse the, like, single quote as separating the letters. And so commas in between each might flag its grammar to actually make it say them all individually. I kind of want to try that. Because I can just make my TTS talk to me. Oh, but anyway, you're probably curious as to what's going on in this game. And here I am snacking, which I will continue to do. And I'll probably continue to get distracted. Aww. It doesn't have the same effect when it's not the collision. I really want the pickle. I mean, I do like Cool Ranch Doritos. And I will enjoy them. They taste a little odd after eating something as sweet as a nerd jelly bean. But they still taste good. So, I'm playing Windwaker. It's Windwaker Wednesday. I'm in fact playing my whole Zelda collection, one game at a time. And I'm trying to 100% them as I go. I'm casually referring to walkthroughs if it comes up. I haven't yet for this game. But I'm gonna need to, because I don't always find everything when I play this game. That's the tricky thing. It's less about the doing and more about, like, the remembering to do. I might have to look up how the auction house works. Because I think, and this might blow your mind, I think the first time I played this game, minimum, maybe the first 2 times I played this game, I just didn't do anything at the auction house. Which means I never got the faster sale, like, ever. Which means I played this game not knowing there was an option to have faster sailing. And I didn't realize that for some people that's a deal breaker. Anyway, this is the hydrate from your redemption, Mexico. Thank you again for redeeming that sploosh for 69 channel points. I'll give you another nice. Just throw a pickle in and see if it helps. Spoilers, it won't help. It will just make your chips wet. Anyway, I'm on Star Island right now. And I found a hole in the ground. That was the end of last week, because the hole in the ground led me to this. And I recognize this. I recognize the teeth on the outside. Look at how... Wow. That looks like something from my nightmares. Anyway, this is an arena. Specifically, a combat arena. There are lots of underground combat arenas in this game. I swear. Soggy chips, British style. That's true. And the combat arenas, like when you defeat the enemies that you see, which I can see these guys right now, more of them usually pop out from these, like, mouths on the side. These very toothy mouths. It's a little bit like Alien. The teeth are bigger, but, like, it does look a little bit like Alien. Anyway, and the tricky thing about these arenas is sometimes they spawn Wizrobes, and Wizrobes don't tend to spawn on the ground. They tend to spawn in the air or on the ledges. And you have to have a bow to kill them if they do that, because your boomerang will stun them, but it won't actually do damage. And so I'm really hoping that this arena knows that I just needed bombs to find it. And so I'm really hoping that it's not gonna penalize me for not having a bow. Plum, it's okay. If you have an early appointment, it's important that you get your sleep. Thank you so much for stopping by at all, and rest up well. I am going to kick every monster butt that I see. And I'm very excited for Switch 2 Day. And I will make sure to check in with you about the excitement of Switch 2 Day. Because we are also excited about that here in my household. But anyway, let's go aggro some of these guys. I mean, I'm trying to aggro one of them. Oh, he just rolled up. You actually need to get a counterattack on them in order to properly destroy them. Hi. I'm sure there's other ways of doing it, but it really is the timing of waiting for that little A. Combat mechanics of this particular— oh, hello! Goblins! Fun. Yay. He's trying to get a sword back. Oh! Bigger bokoblins with shields. Ooh, I would like my money, please. Notice how they came out? Ow. Come on. This guy needs to stop, like, wasting my time, and he just needs to— whoo! Lovely timing on a counterattack right there. Really? Huh. Interesting. I do love that counterattack. The one that, like, curls around. Ooh, big guys. Well, well. Oh, I aggroed them both at once. Very silly of me. Ha! But he hurt his friend. Ow. This is tricky. Ow. I am still getting up. And now I am fighting with someone else's sword. I don't want someone else's sword. I was fine with my sword. Got him. I will take this, though. Whoop! I broke that before I was strictly ready. But that's okay. Because they actually die a lot faster to these. Oh, good. That was it. All the crimes you can commit. So I was really interested in the new Mario Kart because I really like the Mario Kart games in general. I always have. Just give me one moment to show you guys how fun this is. So, see how calm he is? Look at his face. Look at that beautiful energy. As he swings this thing that is like 6 times his size, approximately. Literally, I am shorter than the blade, chat. I am shorter than the blade, so let's just chuck it. All the way across the room. Why not? This is my favorite thing about this game, is how ridiculous the weaponry is when, like, Link gets a hold of it. Anyway, as I was saying, Mario Kart has been, like, some of my favorite games of each console generation that I've owned. I love it, and especially some of the more modern stuff, like on the Wii U and the Switch in particular. It feels really nice to play, and so I am really excited about the Switch 2 Mario Kart, because I would just play the same game over and over again. Just give me new tracks. Just give me new tracks. That's all I want. All I want is new tracks, and I love it. And they also give upgrades. And so, like, that's cool. I hope I like their upgrades. But really, I just want new tracks. Or old tracks that I get to play again. I'm not that picky. Lovely. So let's see what we won, because thankfully that was an arena that we could actually beat right now. All of those dudes were on the ground. Oh, a piece of heart. Exciting. I was not actually expecting a heart piece for that one. Very kind of them. Oh, right. Okay. And so what we were doing was exploring. Where's my boat? There he is. Goodness, I had to go around the island like more than twice to locate my boat. Okay. I want to go that way. So we're gonna have to change the wind a little bit. Pardon me. We're sort of ignoring the story right now. In favor of trying to meet every Fish Finnegan that we can. And find as many islands as we can possibly find. So I'm going to continue in that endeavor. Because I can. I do see an island there. It's probably the one in this quadrant. I also see a treasure over there, but I have 862 rupees. And it's probably just 50 rupees. Probably. I haven't bought one in ages. Ah, because of genre. Okay, that's fair enough. Oh, sorry, I'm getting distracted on the way to this island by a boat. Yep, that is a boat. Specifically, that is a submarine. Oh, nope, hold on. I would like to climb aboard and see what's up. You don't write cartoon physics racing novels, sadly. I mean, even just general racing novels, but I can see that. Like, wanting to play games that, like, tease those senses of lore in your brain. You have news! Poison Darth is the news that you have a book out? I mean, I'm not trying to steal your thunder, but I am very excited about the potential. Interesting. I can't tell if I'm supposed to fight these guys or if I'm supposed to recognize that they've given me a way to not have to. Oh, good. I thought I was gonna— You just published your fairy novel! Poison Darth Vargas! Where can I buy it? Oh, good. I just get the treasure for having got to the room. How nice. Not a very special looking treasure, though. Ooh, a treasure chest. Chart. Fairies versus automatons. It's the 6th book in the horror versus fantasy series. I mean, the horror parts of that sound terrifying. But I tend to like the fantasy parts. I've got a whole bunch of treasure charts that I hadn't opened. That's okay, now I have. Which ones are like fantasy and which ones are horror? I do feel like I kind of want to fight these guys, though. You know? That started a fire. Well, I don't really want to be involved in that. That's very kind of you. just don't want them throwing their fire at me. From this vantage point. Gosh, that dude kind of looks like he lit himself on fire. I didn't start the fire. It was always burning on the submarine. Hi, Quill! I do appreciate the kid-friendliness, because that means even if it's horror, I will probably make it through. That being said, Coraline, nightmare fuel. Nightmare fuel for days. I love it. It's one of my favorite terrifying children's movies, but it is definitely a terrifying children's movie. As was The Pagemaster. Does anyone else remember The Pagemaster? You have a link? Oh. Hold on. If you're willing to post the link for me here, you have 60 seconds and you won't get banned. If you need me to send it again, I can do that too. I am about to fight some things though. And so I can understand if this is not quite the time. Woo! Whoop! There's so many of them. Swing at each other, you weirdos. Thank you. Yep. Ouch. This is going to be problematic. There's so many of them. I love this. Yes! Hit each other! Do it! Oh, I'm in the middle. Being in the middle is a bad place to be. Ouch. I love it. I love it. I love it. I really want their weapons. They're so much better at hurting each other than I am at hurting them. Hello? You gave me the thing. Come on. Ow. Poke check me. Why don't you? Okay. I need to disengage briefly. I would like this. Fine. I can get a lot of my health back, I'm pretty sure. If I'm careful. Got him. Got him, got him, got him. Okay. And got that link. That's important. Thank you, Poison Darth Frog. Okay, so just to be entirely clear with you, fully transparent, I have like debilitating arachnophobia. So that sounds like a perfect villain, as far as I'm concerned, and also will terrify me greatly, I promise you. But I will still read it. Because thankfully, most books don't require that I stare at an image of a spider. I'll try reading it anyway, because I am an adult, and I can make my decisions. Genuinely, it's the appearance. Hence, actually, for anyone who's seen Coraline, I think you might understand why it gave me nightmares. Lord of the Rings being also on that list of how dare you. One of my brother's crowning achievements. So, context. I have an older brother. Context. Therefore, said older brother teases me mercilessly, as is his job. This is, in fact, his role in life, is to ensure that I know that I will be teased. We went to see all 3 Lord of the Rings movies together in theaters. And so the scenes with Shelob, the scenes with the giant spider, I very specifically covered my eyes and I said, please let me know when it's safe. Poison Darthrock, I would die. And he, in his crowning achievement, waited for the spider to be gone and then took a risk because he had also not seen that movie and said, don't worry, Mary, it's safe. Right before the spider got him. And I was like, I despise. I will forever, like, that moment. He was so good. He was so proud of himself for, like, years afterwards. He would remember that because it was quite well done as a brother. So I would never be able to stare at up-close pictures of spiders. I would probably die of, like, pure fear. But a thing that I did do, because I know that something that you can do sometimes that can occasionally be healthy, when you have a phobia and you want to do something about it, you don't have to, but mild exposure therapy can be good. And way back, sorry, did that heart just fly off into the sky? Thank you. Perfect brotherly moment. One of the, so there's a museum in Ontario called the Royal Ontario Museum. And one of their exhibits was an exhibit on spiders. And I actually went to it. And I did spend the whole entire time, like, terrified, shaking in my boots. It was awful. But it means that I learned very specifically what about spiders causes my, like, flight reaction. Gonna go. Got what I wanted from those boys. Joy pendants are important. And so I went, but it was frightening. And therefore I know that I would probably survive reading a chapter about a villainous spider as long as I knew it was the villain and you weren't trying to convince me somehow that this is my friend. You weren't trying to convince me that the spiders are my friend, right? You would never. Fish friend! The fish is my friend. Oi, small fry! This guy is the best side character. I mean, that's probably not true, but he's a really good side character and I enjoy him. Ooh, Northern Fairy Island. Hey, that little shopmaster on Windwaker Island apparently got his hands on a truly amazing treasure. He calls it magic armor or something like that. It's a pretty cool magical relic from what I've heard. If you want him to give it to you, try staring deep into his eyes and winning him over with flattery, Fry. That's all the info I got to offer. Huh. Interesting. Well, I am very interested in magic armor. That is a pirate ship. Okay. I'm very glad you didn't, but I can't understand the urge. Oh, where is that guy looking? That's how what works. Where's my telescope? Telescopy. Yeah? Well, I in fact already fought that thing, so this is fine. I don't know what a woolly aphid is, and I am not willing to look it up because I'm worried about what I will find, and I assume it's some kind of bug. Young Waker of the Winds, allow me to aid you in your quest. Thanks, Miss Fairy. What do you got for me? Because this one doesn't even require entrance, it was just there. I should have been able to, like... Oh! That is very helpful, my lady. Fantastic. Okay, now we can go out of our way and get all of the treasure that we run into forever. And I think we might be able to get a ferry? Sorry, I'm just getting rid of this water, which is not helpful to me. Oh, no! Oh, chat, no. We caught the fairy in a bottle and look how upset she is. Oh no, we are not the good guys. Eek. I never wanted to know that I wasn't actually the good guy in Windwaker. There it is. My boat is always so difficult to spot. Right, so I know that that guy's there. I'm kind of ignoring him. I see that. It's probably the only island that I have in my sights right now. So we're just gonna aim at it and see what we find. Ooh, I see the frog. That is quite a distance. And now I also see a treasure. So pardon my detour. Oh, a daddy longlegs is a mount. I am having, like, if you could feel the shiver that just went down my back. Oh. Oh, man. Yeah, that's correct. But the shiver that went down my back. If what you wanted was horror. Ooh. Okay, so that is an island that we can't do anything about yet, based on the definite and obvious need for some iron boots or something. Your fairies do not swear. Fair enough. Heh. I said that. I knew I said that. Alright, Finn Fishegann. What do you got for me? Are you thinking you want to get into that cave, small fry? The one that's protected by the crazy winds on that island? Heh. Okay then, let me just tell you a little secret. If you go 5 squares south and 1 square east from here, you'll reach Ice Ring Isle, where you'll find an item that will make you as heavy as a stone. Okay, well, Ice Ring Isle I'm definitely gonna have to melt, so can't go there yet. If you get that item, you won't have to worry about getting blown over by the winds. I have a question. Because, like, this is a proper logistical question. Because this game is called Wind Waker, I am willing to ignore the whole rest of Zelda lore for the purpose of this question, as long as someone can answer me for this game. We are on a boat which moves, it operates because of the wind. And so these, like, we're gonna find iron boots at some point, and iron boots canonically make you sink, no problem. They also make you impervious to gusting winds when they're put on your feet. Why do they not do that when they're in your bag? Because this boat operates based off of wind. And so in most games, you could be like, well, it doesn't matter if they're in your pack because, like, you're not wearing them, I guess? Kind of? But in this one, I'm like, no, but like I don't move under my own power, and so I can't just say Link is super strong. It doesn't work like that. And so it just feels a little bit less rational. You have a bag of holding, they just never tell you that? That's probably the most accurate guess. Um, okay, I think I see some land there. Pelican! Hello! How are you tonight? It's lovely to see you. I am finding myself islands right now. Going on a big old journey around the map. Just seeing what's what. Do I have a frog friend? There's a frog friend. I need to get out the bait for my frog friend. Oh, I'm so glad you're doing good. I am doing okay. I described my brain as mashed potato earlier today because I am trying to learn how to do a new task at work, and it is so many things. I spent 2 hours today in training on it, and I'm so glad that I then got to go home because I was like, nope, it's a liquid in there. As it's leaking. I need some absorption time. And so I'm gonna revisit the rest of that. And so, like, it is better than bad. I'm actually so much better than I've been in weeks. The whole month of May was a massive ball of stress. But you know, lots better. I believe in myself. I was panicking a bit about it yesterday because I was told that I was going to be training to do this new task. And I basically was just like, cannot process or compute. And now that I've actually like spent some time with it, I go, oh no, actually I do believe that I have the competency to do this once I'm trained. But initially, I was kind of like, what if I can't do it? What if I don't learn anything? You know, perfectly normal reactions. You can't use your bag of holding as a potion holder because unless they're in a smaller container, they'll just run over everywhere. You're right. You're absolutely right, Poison Darth Frog. If you were to just pour potion into a bag of holding, one, it would never get full. Two, you would only be able to take it out like a wet hand at a time. And three, you wouldn't be able to keep it separate from the rest of the things that you put in there. It wouldn't work. You think your May was the same? Yes. It's just been like it's been tough since February at work, but February and March in hindsight were okay. They had some like drama, but the stress didn't hit until April cuz April was like bunch of stuff just hit the wall and it was like, well, this is do or die time. We need to get these things done. And so I like got a lot done in April and then May happened. And May happened. It was tough. But it's June now and June is so far going much better. Yay. So good. Hello, Settle Down Beavis. It is lovely to see you. The winds are awoken and we're exploring. So we're just having a chill time sailing around. Oh, and also I beat up a bunch of bad guys and got some hearts for it. It was nice. A whole piece of heart. I was discussing how in this game of all games, it seems unrealistic to me that when I get iron boots, even when they're in my bag, my boat still moves. Because it's supposed to make you impervious to wind. The fish said so. Finn Fishegann said so. If you poured in nothing but red potion, you could just chug the bag of holding. Just constantly. How would it know what amounts? Poison Darth Frog's suggestion is that my pack is a bag of holding. Which, you know, they are masters of mallet space. They are. They are. You'd best be careful sailing these waters on nights when the moon is full. Well, if you like pure soul freezing horror fry, then maybe you can handle it. Hey, Poison Darth Frog, suggestion for your next book apparently, pure soul freezing horror. Okay. So what does Crescent Island do other than that's a treasure and I want it? Oh. There's a shark. There's a couple of sharks. Dudes, I am literally salvaging for stuff right now. Can you not? Apparently the sharks cannot. How do I get treasure? Ah! Shark. Jumping out of boat. Going to talk to this dude. And then I'm gonna find my treasure map. What do you see? Oh, there's another submarine there. Okay, hold on. Hold on. This is important. I want to know what's in here. Oh my goodness, these sharks. Dudes, please stop. I am very busy. A boy in his boat? No, but now I'm amused. If you need to post a link, please let me know so that I can permit you to do that. Ooh, Vampires vs. Dragons sequel. That's actually one of my favorite things. So, like, you're a published author. I dabble. At best. Sometimes I enjoy tossing cutesy little things. In the, like, general direction of novel format. One of my favorite things is actually when I've like started writing something, like writing it, not just making myself notes or like doing scenes or something. When I've started writing something and then I put it down for like usually more than 3 to 4 weeks. I love picking it up and reading it again because I actually experience it like a book, and sometimes I get really excited about what might be coming next, and then I remember that I have to figure that out. And so, like, sometimes it's actually, like, really good for thinking of, like, where a story could go to, like, have it down for a bit. So I really hope that when you, like, dive back into your sequel that you're just like, oh man, all these good ideas, because that would be pretty cool. You returned for the food that you forgot to say you were leaving for? Kate, here I thought I was just being ignored this whole time. Amazing. I hope your food was delicious. Okay, what's this one? I trust no part of this, but I gotta do it in order to get the ladder down. Okay. Bombs, I suppose? Okay, so if I'm reading your tone correctly, Kate, that's actually an exciting thing. And we are happy that you will be able to start enjoying food again due to not having to be on... What? Oh, goodness, there's a lot of them. We're gonna do it that way. Because no other options are really allowing themselves. I would love some help at some point. Okay, there's some. running away a little bit. We're running away more. They have to stop hurting me long enough to, like, let me charge up my... I will take this. Let me charge up my spin attack. Oh. Does that mean they'll stop spawning? Because another thing that I would love doing is collecting all of my spoils. Ha! This has been a very stressful room. There are more. Delightful. There were probably better ways of handling this particular submarine, but apparently brute force worked. Oh, you couldn't have anything with calcium, magnesium, or zinc. Okay, so that just limits you. Yeah. Yeah, that is kind of everything. Okay. I will know that. I will know that, Kate. Don't you worry. There will be appropriate tribute. I do not care about this dude who's like halfway through this lid. Treasure chart? Great. We're just gonna go, probably? The orbs are like the kid-friendly version of just looting the corpses of your enemies. Yeah. Yeah, that seems accurate. It's their souls! I love it! That's so morbid. Okay. Let's see. We can get this ridiculous treasure. The wind is the wrong way. So I should have a treasure chart for somewhere near Crescent Island. Okay, there it is. Because this will help me with placement. Just do not even at me with the sharks. Am I supposed to, like, hit those barrels from a distant... Ugh. Dude, you can't just shark in the island. It doesn't work. Whoop. Whoop. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Here? Like the Shadow Realm in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, you don't die. You just go to a nightmare hellscape where you're tortured by your worst nightmares forever. Yeah, they apparently do not realize that is worse. Okay, that's pretty worth it. It was at least for a piece of heart. Now we gotta, you know, get gone? Because these Sharky boys, they're having a day. Okay, gosh. Gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. So I see some stuff in the distance. It seems very far away. Got 2 more squares in this direction. And I see 1 shadow of an island. I want to make sure I'm not missing... Ah! Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Okay, so that's the more distant shadow, which means this is actually the shadow on this square. So now we keep our eyes peeled for a fish. Pirates, that's fun. Is there a fish though? Is there a fish? Has anyone seen a jumping fish? Oh, he's on the other side of the pirates. Well, this is gonna be fun. Okay. Try not to hit me too precisely. I'm gonna have to sink those guys, I think. Whoop. Hello, fish friend. Tell me about this island. Kinda looks like a hand. Not like a hand, but like a hand. Like the fingers coming up out of the water. That's what it looks like to me. Maybe I'm thinking too much about terrifying things right now. I should focus on the positives. Whee! 7-star Isles. Okay. If you see seagulls flying all around some seawaters, that there's a sign you need to be wary, Fry. Because the seagulls, they flock to wherever big octos appear. Big octos, I tell you, those things don't mess around. And that's all the info I got to offer. Thanks. Thanks, Fish Finnegan. Interesting. That is definitely an island for seagull. I am doing all right, Kate. I was saying my brain felt like mashed potato this afternoon because I had to learn, I had to start training on a new task, like a new job duty this afternoon. And it is hard. Like, my poor brain. But I feel much more capable than I did before I started. Like, I actually believe that I can do this, which is cool. So I see the fish, but I also see that this is a tricky island. Yee. A talking fish, completely normal. Come on, it's a Zelda game. Completely perfectly normal. There is nothing to see here unless you pay him with bait. Oh, that's cool. Hey, small fry. Do you know about the golden triumph forks? It's there, I tell you, on that island, the genuine article. But the cliff there rises sharply. Even if you wanted to climb it, there aren't any ledges or footings for you to grab onto. So what are you gonna do? It's all the info I've got to offer. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. It feels a bit like I'm not there yet, especially if it's got a piece of the Triforce on it. So, oh my goodness. Number 35. Kate, that's top 40. I mean, you know that already. It's like 5 into the top 40. No more tie! Take that. Congratulations. That sounds very exciting to me. I might not know a lot about it, but it does sound exciting. You must overtake the American. I am so glad that I'm not the only mind that went there. Because that feels like that could have been mean. It is also in the top 36. You are right, Poison Dark Frog. You are right. Sorry, for whatever reason I was thinking of music, and so top 40 is what came to mind. But top 100 or top 50 are probably like more normal benchmarks. I don't know. Interesting. Random polls out there. Ooh. There's the fish. I found the fish. Found the fish. all just went there. We were like, an American! You've got to beat them! No offense to my lovely American friends. It's just that good old Canadian competitiveness. It happens every time we play hockey against each other. I'm just like, tear them down! It's not your fault. It's just, you know, my hockey blood. Top 37 even. Poison Dart Frog. I can't help it. I get competitive over very few things, but the ones that I do... Why is that just a bottle? Oh, flight control platform, not a bottle at all. Raptor Day is coming up. That's exciting. To the west of here, over on Dragon Roost Island, you'll see all kinds of rocks. Big ones, little ones, you get the picture. Anyway, they say that long ago there used to be treasure hidden inside those things. Who knows? There may still be some left. You should open your eyes, take a good look around. From as high up as the sun to as low down as your toes. Okay, so there's like 3 different rocks on Dragon Roost Isle that might be referring to. And I'm like somewhat annoyed that they weren't more clear. Okay, so what is this flight control platform? A cutscene apparently. This doesn't bode well with the rain, I think. What's he looking at? All the way out there, I see, quite so. They always seem to be looking at, like, pieces of art or something. Yeah, no. I'm gonna need to be, like, here. Nope. Can I climb up? No? Goodness. I don't even know what he's looking at. You're gonna watch Jurassic Park on June 13th. You know what? Fair. Greetings, O person who has surely come to take the challenge of the big sky. This is where you can register for the official Rito Tribe Birdman contest. You are free to use any means, methods, or tools you have at your disposal to help you soar through the sky. The rules are simple. See how far you can fly before you crash into the roiling seas like so much deadweight driftwood. This is fantastic. Oh my gosh, there's a new Jurassic World movie? What on earth? You don't care for the plot, but they always have amazing cinematography. They also have beautiful dinosaurs. And I think that that's actually incredibly fair, Kate, that you could love Jurassic World for not the plot. That seems good. Cobra! Hello. Welcome in. Nice to see you. What, Cobra? You think I'm not a British lady? You think I'm not playing Hollow Knight right now? Does this not look like Hollow Knight to you? Excuse you. Make eye contact with the screen. Is this not Hollow Knight? Anyway, also hi. Yeah, that is actually kind of funny. Multiple Twitch windows open and just like the chaos that comes from that. It's lovely to see you. I hope you are doing well. I'm not familiar with this level of Hollow Knight. Well, clearly. Yeah, that's a good point. Sorry, Scarlett Johansson's actually in the new Jurassic World? Because I haven't seen them introduce, like, a famous person before. So that's very interesting. Humans aren't that dumb. They'd learn from their mistakes. And yet. I saw someone, this was either, like, a YouTube short, or it was, like, an Insta reel or something. I saw someone who basically, like, was reacting to the news that another Jurassic World movie was coming out and was just like, who keeps giving them insurance? And that makes sense because I do believe in the personal hubris of like egotistical billionaires, not naming any names, to like routinely think that they'll be fine. It will just do it differently and keep trying to resurrect the dinosaur concept. Like, I fully believe in that. But I genuinely do not believe even a single insurance company would be like, yeah, there's clearly not enough liability to scare us away on making this a theme park and letting the public attend. So that bit requires a little suspension of disbelief. Just a little. Just a teeny bit. She's doing the Chris Pratt role. Interesting. Is it still Bryce Dallas Howard? Or are they replacing her too? Cobra. Lloyd's of London will underwrite anything. Okay. Cobra, we got an air conditioner last summer. Like a large-ish, but essentially a single room unit. Because our building does not turn the air on very early. I literally don't know how I lived for the years leading up to this. The plot is people go to the island where there are dinos and something goes wrong and they try to kill them. Yep. Great plot. Why do they keep bringing back a creature with a big mouth and a small brain and tiny hands? Well, it's because of hubris, Poison Darth Frog. They think the tiny brain means that they'll be able to control the creature. Because they're silly. This is the first place they cloned a dinosaur like 10 times. The hybrid dinos, man. Do you know what I want? I mean, they might have done this before, and also this is a joke. I want them to accidentally make a male dinosaur. That's what I want. Maybe they've done it before. It was in international waters. We aren't covering that. The second one where the T-Rex is missing. It just, especially in the first Jurassic World movie, because the Jurassic Park, I feel more lenient towards. Like, especially in the OG movie, because, like, the park part wasn't open yet, you know? Like, he hadn't had the insurance talks yet. He was going for accuracy. He was, like, we were still in, we were still workshopping it in the first Jurassic Park movie. That's my view. But in Jurassic World, the first movie, that is a fully operational theme park with, like, permanent full-time staff that has been in operation for ages. It's not new. And so they definitely had insurance. Proof of concept. See, the problem is always scientists. The oncoming storm, it's the joke. It's the point. It's the amusing thing about the... Yeah, obviously. Definitely sexism. Clearly. I mean, all I'm saying is those girls can get it, because I'm pretty sure the dinosaurs win in most movies. They're not out of dinosaurs to do. That's true. They need to do Jaws. Like Jurassic Jaws. Oh wait, there's a flag. And I need to be a champion. Okay, let's say yes. Yeah, I can absolutely fly. Hold on 1 second. I do see the banner. I have to pass the banner. Oh, interesting. And we get some updrafts. So this is a matter of timing. Well. Oh. This is a matter of timing, but I need to change the wind first. My bad. The wind is against me. I'll pay them another $10. Yes, thank you. Sploosh. Correct. That's fine. I didn't do the thing. You're gonna mock me, but I didn't do the thing. And this is important. You're right. It was terrible. And so now I need to fix it. Ooh, this is interesting. I assume west? Ooh, it's kind of on a 45. Okay, let me up the stairs again and I will get a better view. The baryonyx. The baryonyx is beautiful. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Whoop. I am going the correct way now. Oh dear. But I am not going to hit that. And so that is a problem. I am not going to hit any of these updrafts. Come on. Come on. Oh, I was so close to hitting that updraft. It's fine. So I do in fact need to time this. But it goes much better when I have wind in my direction. Still not far enough. Yes. Obviously. Oh, come on. There isn't a magic refill here. Okay. We're gonna have a brief rant. There were 2 big jars. Not the little jars. The big, fancy jars in the corners here. There are also, like, a couple up there. But, like, this is an island that requires repeated attempts at something that, uses all of your magic. And neither of them is a forced large magic jar drop? What on earth? Like, that's the basic assumption. Why did you put jars there? I genuinely was like, oh, this is good. They've given me a refill that's going to reset every time I fall in the ocean because then I can refill my magic and try again. I'm going to have to leave this island to get magic and come back. That's so rude. You didn't even need to pay for that rant. I'm so angry I'm eating a jelly bean. Uh-oh. Well, we'll come back to flight control platform at some point. Obviously. Because we can get a piece of heart. But I ain't doing that now. So let me just thank you for redeeming a posthumous rant about topic. Like, it's gonna start me up on it again. This is just so obvious to me that, like, you have to have sustainability in your game or it's not fun. And so if you have arena after arena, like wave after wave of enemies, and not a single one of them drops health, that's a gauntlet run. And as long as you tell your player in advance that that's going to happen, go for it. A Link Between Worlds does this amazingly well in their Tower of Terror, probably, in the Dark World, because they're like, yeah, none of these enemies are ever going to drop health, but every, like, 10 floors, you are going to get a teensy-weensy little minor health refill. And then you have your 4 bottles, use them well. Can you beat 50 floors of enemies? That's a gauntlet run. You know that that's happening. But it's really frustrating when you wind up in those situations where you're lacking the thing that you need to do the thing. And this is just such an obvious one. They had the jars there. The jars were there. I went, oh good, Nintendo designed this island well, because they know it's going to take me multiple tries to get the timing on this, because I am not an insane superhuman robot who can just see in advance the movement of all of these wind gales and like get this perfect shot like first try. And so I'm obviously gonna waste more than half my magic, and then I'm gonna refill in one of those pots. Neither pot is a guaranteed drop. Neither pot. What? And the thing is, I could have paid 10 rupees to check the pots up the stairs, but then I'm locked into doing it again. And so what if they don't have magic either? I don't trust them anymore. Man. Awful. Is this a submarine that we've destroyed? It feels like it's not a submarine we've destroyed. Let's go destroy a submarine. Get ourselves some magic back. I don't want to go into rant debt. Can't pay my rant this month. 525,600 words. Sounds like a pothole. Oh, that's so good. Absolutely not. No, thank you. There's got to be a trick to that one, but nope. I have never noped so hard out of a submarine before. That submarine is entirely dark. I am not, we are not doing that right now. Oop. Oop, 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 oop. I might have, yeah. Give me that money. Yay. Okay. Back. And we shall continue our adventure. I genuinely love the sailing and would happily completely ignore the story. For as long as they let me. We are gonna have to go all the way around the sea like at least twice, because I think we need to destroy almost all of those towers, and I just don't feel like it right now. Maybe. Maybe. Unclear, Poison Dart Frog. So the thing is, I could see the floor. Sort of. I also see the fish. So I could see the floor, kind of. And I could see the ladder. Oh boy. And so there's definitely something inside that darkness that's not just an infinite abyss, but I would imagine I'm not supposed to just go in blind. Because the thing is, sometimes the darkness just means poor visibility, unless you find an item like the Lens of Truth, for example. Which, like, we know that there's an item in this game that makes invisible things visible, because there's a chest on Windfall Island that's like just invisible, and we have to somehow like lift that, fix it, whatever. And so we'll get there. We'll get to that chest eventually. It'll come up. And maybe that's the same sort of thing that sees through darkness. Maybe there's something on like the ghost ship or something, because there will be a ghost ship at some point. We know this. We've been told by enough Fish Finnegans that there are creepy things going on that we know there's going to be a ghost ship, and it's going to have a piece of the Triforce on it. And so we're gonna have to go there eventually, and we're probably going to earn something that helps us with the creep factor. And so like maybe at that point we'll be able to come back to the submarine. But we know this from like the Oracle's games, for example. There was that one room. The floor is there whether or not you can see it. And so if you know where the floor is, you can just walk it anyways. But sometimes the darkness is an actual barrier that prevents you from interacting with something that you need. And so like the Shadow Temple kind of comes to mind from Ocarina of Time. That there's certainly some things you can do where it's like, well, you don't actually need to see to know where to aim the like things that you're spinning. You don't need to see to like know which walls are fake. If you know which walls are fake, they're fake regardless of whether or not you can see that. But there are enemies that are invisible and are therefore untargetable, unless you unless you have the lens of truth. And so I can't tell which type of room that submarine is, and I don't quite remember. And so I don't know if it's something that I'll be reminded of when I start it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I just have to do this thing, and it's totally fine. Or if I'm like, nope, I am going to absolutely get rocked unless I, like, get the item. Nothing a leap of faith wouldn't hurt. Yeah. The thing is, if I had save states in this game, 10 out of 10 would have just jumped off. But I don't have save states, and so I'm feeling slightly more frightened. I wouldn't sail through these seas on nights when the left half of the moon is missing. You'll regret it if you do, Fry. I'm warning you. It's not my fault if you get so scared you can't go to the bathroom at night anymore. Would have only cost, what, half a heart? If all that happened was I fell? Are you calling me a coward, Subtlebomb Beepus? Are you calling me a coward? Ooh, shiny treasure. Hold on, one moment, please. We'll get back to these discussions of my cowardice momentarily. There's money. Beep. I might have missed it. I didn't miss it. How did I not miss it? Mibit. Mibit, indeed. You have impugned my honor, sir. I'm kind of afraid that I'm gonna get stun locked into death and waste my fairy. Oh my gosh. Right, yeah, I'm a coward. Definitely. Definitely I'm a coward while, like, trying to find treasure in the process of getting attacked by, like, 6 creatures larger than my boat. I mean, maybe it's fair. Maybe I am a coward. And maybe I'm just gonna have to learn to live with that. There's a fairy island over there. She's probably gonna refill my magic. Ooh, treasure? Treasure protected by cannons. I'm gonna do it anyway. The cannons are a little too far away to have noticed me yet. And that's what's important. If the cannon doesn't notice you, we're good. Everything's fine. Honestly, more than half my soul is still stuck in, I will turn this boat right around. How dare you call me a coward? But I think that this fairy might refill my magic, and if she refills my magic, I can run back there and jump into the submarine on my way to trying that ridiculous flight control platform again. And so it's a more efficient use of my chaotic energy. Friendship. Friendship fish. Thank you. Hey, small fry. Let's learn about Thorned Fairy Island. That is not north, south, east, or west. Tell me, small fry, do you have any of them golden feathers? I hear those things are all the rage with Rito ladies on Dragon Roost Island these days. They just go gaga over them. But the thing is, the only way to get a golden feather is to defeat one of those bird monsters. So they say. Yup, Rito men who have girlfriends sure have tough lots in life, I tell ya. That's all the info I gotta offer. Oh my gosh, this guy is so useless to me. I already have a golden feather, and I don't want a Rito girlfriend. Oh, this is gonna require a hammer. Maybe I'll find some magic in the grass. Woo! Hello? Give me that chew jelly. It did. It gave me the chew jelly. Okay, none None of this is health or magic. Come on. I don't have a hammer yet. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh my goodness, Poison Darth Frog, did you not get the lore? Okay. Actually, if you mean the fish girlfriend like, the princess from the last game, no. We don't have a fish girlfriend in this game, which is a shame, but we have a bird girlfriend in this game. Which is, slightly more evolved, maybe, I suppose? Yeah, so Finn Fishegann wanted to make clear that I understood that the girls on Dragon Roost Island go gaga over golden feathers, and that if you want to have a Rito girlfriend, like, you gotta get you some golden feathers, because that's how you get one. And I was like, but I don't want one. But Medley's gonna try to be my girlfriend anyway. But in the meantime, there's lore. Because Plum likes to pretend that Finn Fishegann is the same fish every time, that he just like beats me to the next island so that he can like corner the market and get a monopoly on all this bait that I'm serving up for these like hints. And if that's true, then we have learned that this fish used to have a girlfriend. And then we later learned that this fish kind of has the hots for teacher, because the one near Windfall Island is like, oh my gosh, this teacher is just like, she's got it going on. She's so pretty. But these kids keep giving her stress. You should do something about those kids. And I was like, I think I know why you don't have your fish girlfriend anymore, dude. It was fantastic. So I gained very little from this. Can't even get to that tree. I have 6 more pieces of bait, chat. This is a very violent looking island. It's quite pointy. But it's another one I can't do anything with yet. It's fun to like go to these islands and to realize like, oh hey, not yet. Because there's some that are obviously there just to like goof around. But there's clearly a bunch that are there because they have a piece of Triforce. And then there's a bunch that are there like for items that you need to collect in the next phase. Oh no. There are gonna be things in those. Oh dear. Then there's a bunch of islands that are just for birds. It's just birds. Just everything bird. Whoop. What if they're all part of a great organism that you can't see because it's mostly under the water? What if they're actually okay? Because we know most of this world is covered in water, but it didn't used to be. What if they've been like growing on the bottom of the ocean on what has formerly been the land? And they just developed gills. And these guys are like on the ends of like tentacle-y things that go all the way up to the surface of the water. Yeah, I'm creating like a nightmare creature of the deep right now in my brain. Let's not and say we did. Except now I'm planning its stats. Bird's Peak Rock. I hate it already. Tell me, small fry, you ever heard of the Golden Triumph Forks? They're there, on that island. At least a chart leading to them is there. Where's it hidden, you ask? Well, for the answer to that, you'll have to ask a gull. We don't know that they can't detach and reattach poison dart frog. I mean, you're right. They do jump up, and we do see their butts. And so, great point. Great point. Dang it. I'm gonna have to use a seagull to try to scare. Okay, so the way this island is gonna work is I'm gonna have to, like, take over a gull and try to get all these guys to leave their nests so that I can find which one. Oops. Which one is hiding, like, some kind of treasure chart or something. And then as the gull, I'm gonna have to grab it, and it's gonna be awful. Ooh. Interesting. That is caged. I don't know why you needed to tell me about Thorn Fairy Island. I have already been there. Come on. Health. Magic. Any drops whatsoever. At least I don't feel bad about, like, the grass not having drops. Because I wasn't, like, expecting it. But the pots. The big pots, too. Just nothing. Ooh, the attachments are fourth dimensional. I like how you think. I always forget how to climb. Whoop. Nope. I definitely pressed the Y button. Thanks for making me waste my bait. I love that the seagulls want to eat it. I, in fact, adore them. Not a waste of bait anymore. I got a little bit of magic back, but not enough. Or they are a species with collective intelligence. That is absolutely a great option. Okay, so it's going to be a switch. Or it's going to be 5 switches. And I'm going to have to cycle around, starting at the lowest switch, going up, going around, and going up all the way to the top. And once I hit all the switches, then the door opens. There we go. I think I understand it. All the fish are definitely Borg. I agree. Okay, 2 more squares. I'm still mad about losing that bait. So that means I'm gonna have the wrong amount of bait. Well, I can just feed him some extra bait at some point. Resistance is futile, small fry. Ooh, fish is way over there. Oh gosh. The fish is all the way over here. Honestly, I would watch that. That sounds like a fantastic episode. Resistance is bloop, 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 bloop. Cliff Plateau. Hey, small fry, do you know about the Nintendo gallery? Wow. Speaking of fourth dimensional, this one's breaking the fourth wall. The only way there is to hit a switch that's way up high in the forest haven. The only way to do that would be to bribe one of the gulls by putting a little bait on your head. That's all the info I gotta offer. Metafish. I don't even think that that's a useful thing to tell me. Like, I don't care. But I do kind of want to see if I can climb this island. I probably can't. But I want to know. Metaphysics. Yes. So there's a whole zone up there that I don't think I can get to through conventional means. And so the question is... Yes! We finally found magic! Goodness me. I'm just realizing I haven't saved in an hour and a half, and that's probably a silly choice. What's in here? And is it another arena? Oh, wow. It is not another arena, it's a puzzle. Oh, these do tilt. They tilt. Oh my gosh, chat, they tilt. What? I love them. I see a treasure chest. I don't know. I don't know what the game is. Am I supposed to light something on fire? Ooh. Alright, because obviously the chest is entirely protected. So I think I have to drop down to it, which means I need to get up. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm oversimplifying this, but like... It kind of seems like I just... Oh! Oh! Hello! Oh, can I? There's torches as the answer, fire. So the thing is, fire is a way to deal with that, but not at this distance, and I don't think I can climb up here with... Okay. So first things first. I am literally surrounded, which means it's a joy pendant. Great. Thank you. What are these? And what can I do? It's like... The answer should be fire? That's how I get to the other island. Flaming pine cone, but how do I get one up there? Because the only way for me to go up there is to jump into this flower and like yeet myself, and I don't think I can do that while I'm carrying anything. But I don't have the ability to throw them. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Ow. I drew my sword and I didn't do it very effectively, and that's fine. What? Could I throw a bomb from that distance? Maybe? Can I light a pine cone on fire? Not even if I throw it across a torch. I can almost guarantee I'm not supposed to be here. Nope. Released way too early. And also really did not go far enough. I am probably not supposed to be on Cliff Plateau Island. I just want to be. You know? I bet... Hold on. This isn't gonna help me long term, but... Yup. I can spin them, chat. It didn't even occur to me. Can I spin the big ones? That wouldn't make sense. Even if I could spin the big ones, there still isn't a way to get up with a flaming something or other. Okay. So, just on the off chance that this game does not prevent me from spinning through the air with a flaming stick, it does not prevent me from spinning through the air with a flaming stick. Why? Why? Okay, well, I'm glad for it all the same. Delightful. Oh, that's what I'm... Oh. Oh, I don't have water anymore. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to come back. But at least there's something else up here. Good to know. I mean, this is right next to Forest Haven, so this guy is at least very easy to get to. I am, happy that I persevered. I'm also very good at getting the blue chew jelly, apparently. Oh. Come on. I don't want to roll off the edge, but I do wish that I could do something with that tree. Okay, so I think we're missing 2? Two of these lovelies. There's this guy and there's one other one somewhere. Well, for all that fun progress, we're gonna have to do it again with water. Moving on! I am glad I tried it, because I had already decided very firmly that that was wholly unrealistic and they would never let me get eaten by a plant and still have my torch be on fire. Ocarina of Time would never. Majora's Mask would never. Windwaker, this is basically a cartoon. Of course they would. Of course they would allow this. I can't imagine why I ever doubted them. I don't know if this is genuinely easy or if this is just something that I seem to be kind of good at, but I'm actually not bad at judging where the treasures are. And I feel like I never have been. I've always just been like, oh, it's about there, and then it always is. So maybe they just have very generous hitboxes for the treasure. Maybe it's nothing at all to do with me. This one also looks like fingers coming out of the sea. Ooh. The actual treasures are a little more complicated. Oh, I see the fish though. Okay, well, we will give a go. Oh, that bird doesn't like me very much. But I got a heart! Yup! Ow, 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 ow. I am leaving. I'm leaving very slowly. Because I want to talk to the fish. I only have 2 more pieces of bait. And then I need to find a beetle's ship again to get myself more! More! Have you seen it, small fry? The ghost ship? 'Cause it's real! It's even been seen here, in these very waters. On nights when the crescent moon faces down, that's when horror rises. And that's all the info I got to offer. Wanna hear it again? Throw me some more bait. Hilarious. That looks like a submarine. But this is also the direction of the end of the map. And I'm kind of terrified. Hello? Can you just promise I'm not gonna sail off the edge of the world right now? This is like the edgiest edge of map that has ever edged. Let me just show you guys what I see. If I can manage it. Hold on. Whoop! Get out of the water. Get out of the water or you'll die! Why is it so hard to turn this around this time? Look at me. I am in this little corner. I am in the very corner of the very bottom quadrant. That is me. It really just looked like I was gonna go right off the edge of the map before I even got to this. Ooh, one of those guys has treasure. Also, all of these guys have treasure. And I have the ability to put out fire, apparently? Can I make him drop his fire? I can make him drop his fire. Which is very convenient. I should be trying to steal these guys. That. Ooh, health. These guys are just gonna turn into fire feasts if I don't keep destroying them, aren't they? I would like your joy pendant, please. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spot there, losing my direction. That's correct. Hmm. I don't like that none of those were hearts. Like, I guess it's okay that they weren't guaranteed heart drops, but it feels rude that, like... Ooh, fancy. I want to know what this is. Another piece of heart! Well, that's fun. I like that these were water jugs this whole time. Which could really help if those dudes lit things on fire or if the bats were on fire. Am I imagining things? I am not imagining things. This guy's got a treasure chest on his. Oh, he's just got 20 bucks. Well, sorry, dude. Apparently I'm here to loot your wallet. Two more bait means 2 more islands that I can attempt to learn things about. Ooh, treasure. Technically, there's only 5 more islands to learn. And so if I have 2 bait, but I only need to get 1 more set of 3 bait. Apparently. Assuming I can successfully use my bait for islands. So that's Forest Haven. Which means I think that that's probably the island that I'm looking for. I don't see any other shapes. So we're just gonna head in the general direction of the shape that we do see. Oh my. Suddenly all the enemies spawned. Not a huge fan. I think I see the fish. This is a very interesting looking island. It looks more like a banner to represent a race than a functional island. Is there a boat race? If so, I need to wait until I have the swift sail before I can do it. It really does look like one. I'm sure y'all see that. Whee! Yep, boating course. Let me ask you something, Fry. Have you been using Zedar to make your boat jump? Well, have you? Of course, going out to sea just to jump around would be real dumb if you ask me. Anyway, what you can do is tilt the stick to move your tiller just as you land. That's how you make a sharp turn. If you didn't know that, why don't you try it out? That's all the info I've got to offer. Okay, I didn't actually know that, technically, because I did not ever experience a need for a turn that sharp. But I do now want to try it, because I bet the boating course... So, if we're doing the thing, and then we jump... Oh, I see. Yeah. That is a faster turn, for sure. Okay. So I think that's got to be the island in this one. Oh, treasure though. No, sharks. I don't want sharks. I want treasure. Gugh. Goodness me. Okay, I am not gonna get that treasure functionally speaking. Ugh, rude. There's so many sharks. And I do see my fish friend. Hello? Hello? Whoop. I would like to make friends with this fish. That was insane. I have never seen that many sharks in the water before. Two little squares. Angular Islands. Fun. Northeast of here. Forest Haven. They say a truly unique kind of firefly is indigenous to that place. You heard of it, small fry? It emits bursts of light in 7 colors. Supposedly, it's as beautiful as a rainbow. If you want to capture one, though, you best have a bottle to keep it in. That's all the info I got to offer. Okay, that's interesting information that feels very side questy. Ooh, I see treasure. This is a maybe. I didn't really get a good read on that treasure. Okay, I got it anyway. I am not loving these sharks. Because I want to know what's on these islands, but I don't actually know if I can know what's on these islands yet. Thanks for the piece of heart. Get out of... This is a terrible idea. Literal sharks in the water, and I pressed the get out of the boat button, which apparently worked out for me. Oh, interesting. Okay. I understand. We can pull some, but not all. So this is a climbing thing. Interesting. Whoop! Not what I was intending to do, but I guess I'll take it. So I see a drag point here, which means maybe I want to push that guy off? Does that make sense? Not really. Oh, but it, yes it does, because I want to get over there. Okay. This is actually... No, I get it. I did need to pull this one out because I need to get over here to push this one from the correct direction. And then I pull it all the way over here. I don't want sharks, I want treasure. Said probably every diver ever. At minimum. And so then the question is, because I think I want to half pull these ones. Yep. Alright. Oh my. I was not expecting a blue chew. I almost panicked. But it's okay, we got our blue chew jelly. Thumbs up. And I got another piece of heart. Delightful. Okay. Chat, we're doing fantastic. We only have 3 more islands that need to be discovered, I guess is the best word. This is spectacular. This is spectacular progress. We don't currently have any bait, so we're going to need to find a ship that is going to sell us a little bit more bait. But we only need 1 more set of said bait to finish all of the islands. And so then we can fill up the rest of our bait bag with pears now, which is going to let me go back to those islands that I was like, I don't want to try that, and actually try it. Because you have to use a pear each time you want to test out a seagull thing, and like I'm not gonna get any of them right the first time, and so I only had one pair, and the rest of my bag had bait in it for like speaking to the fish. So I'm almost at the point where I can stuff my bait bag full of pairs, and make some progress that way, which I think is phenomenal. I also think it's quite phenomenal, to like just to have discovered the whole sea eventually. There's still a little bit of work to be done for that. Most specifically, we need to resurrect an island from the depths, before we can discover it. But it's fine, because, like, I've already earned the pearls that I need for that. So, we are going to do a little more discovering still next week. I promise it won't be too much, and it certainly won't take the entire stream, because we just need to go to Forest Haven, buy some bait, and then go to 2 more squares that I have not done discovery on. And then we'll go to the 3 islands, drop off the pearls, bring up the Tower of the Gods, hopefully speak to a fish near there, and get going with the next dungeon, which is going to take us into the back half of the game. It's where there's a whole bunch of story revelation happens, and then we move into like the second half of the game where the stakes are a little bit different, and we're no longer just there to save our sister. We're now there to save the world, or some jazz like that. You know how it is. You know how it be. It's just like that sometimes. But there you have today. Thank you for coming sailing with me, because actually that was loads of fun. Even testing the things that I didn't succeed at, I'm like, okay, I remember how to do this. At some point, we're gonna grind some of these islands and actually just like, how long is it gonna take Lady QEW to get good at flying, at darkness, probably at like being a seagull. It's gonna be tricky because those are not save the cheerleader, save the world. Well, thanks for being here, Pelagen. So like we'll get there. We'll get to a lot of these islands, but some of them, like this island in particular, super simple stuff. We're here to kill a blue chew and to get a piece of heart, and all we had to do was a teensy weensy little puzzle. And so a lot of these islands are actually like done with now. And because we have, well, unless we have to come back to find treasure later. And because we have spoken to the fish, hopefully that will help me kind of remember what's what. I was really excited about your news, Poison Darthfrog, and thank you for telling me, because I love that. I'm going to drop a raid message in chat. We're probably going to go visit Civis. We visited her before. She's a VTuber, not family-friendly content. And like just to give folks the warning. And I don't know what game she's playing, but there's a really fun pun in the stream title, and so we're probably gonna go there anyway, cause it do be a Wednesday, and there do be days like that. So I'm gonna drop y'all off there. There we go. Claire Obscura Expedition 33, apparently. Seems terrifying. Okay, so I stream Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern time, so same time, same place next week. We're getting rained on now, but next week we will continue. We'll find the last couple islands and then make some progress. And so if you want to come back, 7 p.m. Eastern time next Wednesday, we'll have more Windwaker Wednesday. I would love to see y'all again, but totally get it if life gets in the way of that. Or I guess technically, if you're just not interested. It's a possibility. Who knows? Anything's possible. But I had a lot of fun hanging out with y'all tonight. Thanks for the stories. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for the links. I have a funny song to listen to. At least one. And probably a terrifying link from Beavis somewhere. So those things are all quite exciting for the rest of my evening. So if you feel like coming back next week, that would be cool. I'd love to hang out with you again. But until then, have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. And as always, keep it cute. Bye for now, folks.